Hi beauties, today I am going to show you how to get a beautiful eye look with two palettes that I really wanted since one of them since last year and the other since it just came out this year because I am a Disney fan. I don't know if any of you are Disney fans, but I am. My favorite character is, of course, Mickey Mouse. It's not everybody's, and most females tend to go with Daisy or Minnie, but my favorite character is Mickey Mouse. I got Dose of Colors Mickey eyeshadow palette, and then I got the Dose of Colors mini palette. Now, the look that I'm going to do today is going to be with the mini palette, just because it has the colors that I am looking for today's look. But let me show you the Mickey palette, just because I like Mickey. This is so cute. I've been wanting this again since it came out, and I finally got it. This is what this beauty looks like. So it has a Beyond Classic, that's what it's called, a highlighter, and 6 beautiful shadows. And I could do a look with this with what I'm wearing today. So I may change my mind. We'll see when I open both of them which one do I prefer to use for today. But look at how beautiful these 6 colors are. Let's open the mini palette. Cute. And this is what the front looks like. It's a really cute palette. I mean, very nice. I love the way they look. The packaging is on both of them, and the fact that they're not that bulky, and that 6 shadows come with a highlighter on the Mickey palette. But what I'm seeing on the mini palette is that it's a blush that comes with it. And look at the carvings on it. I think that looks so cute. It's a blush that comes with the mini palette, and then these are the beautiful colors that come in this eyeshadow palette, which is really pretty with the berry and the like a rosy peachy color here. This is Glam Girl, that's what it's called, and these are Dots Are Hot. So I'm going to put them side by side and show you what the two look like. These are some cute, beautiful palettes, and they are a decent size to pretty much use on the go, like for traveling. If you would like to get a more of a berry look, I think you would be going for this one. This one's more between a neutral and a smoky look. It does have that M is for Mischief little burgundy color there, which is really pretty, but I think this one would be more if you're going for a berry or a rosy tone look. And that's what I'm going for today. So before we do any of this, I am going to add my concealer because I do have foundation on. I do have my eyebrows done, but we need to apply concealer and get moving with this look. And today I am going to use the Clinique All About Eyes Concealer Corrector. I've been using this, it's been one of my dailies. Actually, I used it in April. And I continue to use it now in May. I haven't changed my dailies because I haven't had time. It's been quite a busy 2 months for me. So I'm just spotting it on. Haha, those look like little music marks. And these, I don't know what these look like. And some up here. Of course, there's brushes for this, and you could use brushes, but I don't feel like looking for my concealer brush. So guess what? I am using my fingers. Some people don't like using their fingers, so I get it. today. To apply, we are using our fingers, and to blend, we're using this L'Oreal Infallible Concealer Sponge, which I like a lot. Now, I haven't been sleeping well, so as you can see, even though to me this concealer does have good coverage, it's not, you could still see some of my dark circles. So I may be adding just a little more in a little bit. It looks better, but you could still see, because of course my bags and my dark circles are really, really prominent today. Because I didn't get much sleep. Okay, now that I've done that, I have to set it. And we're going to set it with this It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. I love setting my makeup with this. Haha. You could see the squares, but and there we have it. So now we have to prime our eyes, and we're priming our eyes with the Smashbox. Yeah, the Smashbox lid primer. And I love this thing. Again, you don't have to use your finger, but I don't mind. Some people mind. So now I'm ready for eyeshadow. So we're going to do the mini. Those are the 6 colors. And we are going to start off with this color right here. And the brushes I have in front of me are brushes that I used to travel with just about a week or so ago. So they're like my little mini elf traveling brushes. And I'm going to use this one. This is, it's an elf blending brush, but I like using this one a lot. So we're going to go in with that. That's called Forever Friends. And I like that there's not a lot of kickback. So that's very good. And let's get started. We're going to apply this to the crease, using this as a transition shade, going to the crease and above, just not too far up into the eyebrow bone. And it blends quite well over this lid primer. No fallout, as you can see, at least not yet. And I hope there isn't much, because I already did my concealer and so on. Liking the color. I'm using the mirror of the actual palette, which, again, having that mirror for traveling purposes, it helps a lot. You don't have to carry an extra mirror with you. I did want to comment 2 things on this palette. The only mattes that you have available is this black, which is called Forever in Style, and the Forever Friends that I use as a transition shade. Now you do have these shimmers up to these 2 up here that are like straight shimmers, and then you have these are like a satin finish, these 2 right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this It Cosmetics brush. It's Heavenly Line number 2. This is supposed to be a concealer brush, but I have been using it as a as a blending brush to travel because, of course, it has 2 sides and it works very well for eyeshadow as well. And it has caps, so if it's dirty, it doesn't get the rest of your stuff dirty, and if it's clean, it stays clean. So we're gonna go in with this one right here, which is Glam Girl, and it's a very peachy color. And this one does have more kickback than the matte, which I'm a little surprised. I love this brush. This is one of my favorite brushes, whether I'm using it for concealer or whether I'm using it to blend eyeshadow. And all I did was pack it at the end of the eye and then just bring it over right on the crease. No fallout. I'm actually amazed, even though there's fallout on there's kickback on the pan, I'm not getting any fallout on the actual eye. All right, so now we are going to go in with this little angled elf brush right here, and we are going to go into this berry color right here. So what I've noticed in this whole palette is that this one has more fallout than any of these 2 that I've used. Not sure why, but it does. And we are going to stamp this right here and just bring it over. Oh my gosh, this berry is beautiful. And then we're gonna go in with this brush and just blend. Back with the It brush with nothing on it, just the same thing, just blending everything together. I'm not mad at Minnie, at least not at the mini palette. Stamp it here again. Same thing, we're going to blend. There's not really any fallout. I mean, these eyeshadows are doing great. I don't know if I want to go with a dark lid and maybe a little light in the middle. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's try it. And we're going to use this brush right here, and this is the e.l.f. shading brush, but we are going to spray it with the Smashbox primer water. I don't think you have to spray them. It's up to you how you feel about that, but I like my shines to give more of a pop, so I'm going to spray it, and we're going to go in. We went into this dark shimmery brown here, which is called Style Flash. I'm usually a person that likes a light lid. So even if I do a shimmer or a matte, I like a light lid, but this is beautiful. That looks nice. Now, with the finger, well, we'll do the ring finger. We're gonna go into Summer On. Oh, not Summer On, I read it wrong. Shimmer On, and apply it right in the middle. It's gonna make it look like a little, kind of a little halo eye, but not really. It's just to give more pop to the middle of the eye. Perfect. We're gonna go back in with this little angled brush right here, and we're just gonna a tinge of the black very lightly like just a tinge. Yep. Again, just a tinge. With the same brush that I did the shimmer here, I have to clean it a little bit because I don't want that darkness. We're going to go into the shimmer on. Only thing I'm missing is that right there, little pinky, or you can use a brush, folks. But I am one that does not mind using the finger. And now we have to do something with that under eye. So we're going to get the same angled brush and go into Dots Are Hot, which is the berry one. I'm going to use the Clinique Pretty Easy Liquid Eyelining Pen. But what I do is use this primer, which is a lash primer, whenever I don't want to wear falsies. And today I don't feel like it, so we're going to prime our lashes. And as you can see, you're already starting to see how long they are. Just put a good coat. I use this NYC Lovatics by Pardemi Volume and Length Mascara. At the beginning, I didn't like this mascara because I felt like it clumped. But when I started using it with the primers, especially with this one, it separates all the lashes and gives them the length that I want without having to wear falsies. So that's what they look like, and I am liking it. Do the other one. Again, I like coating them with the primer really well. And then go in with the mascara. We need some bronzer, we need some blush, we need some highlighter. And we are going to use the Clinique bronzer. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this bronzer, but I like it. I guess to each his own. And one of my favorite bronzing brushes is this e.l.f. Complexion brush. And I like it because, you know, it's a little more, it's very, very fluffy and big, but it's just a little more on the elongated shape than it is round, and it just works perfect. Not really a lot of contouring today, it's just more of a bronzing. I am going to use this Fiona Styles foundation brush to add a little bit of bronzing right here. Most people will say contour, but I just want some definition, but I don't want it to look like I'm cutting it or chiseling it. Bronzer's done. Now it's time for the blush, and we're going to use one of my favorite, which is Tarte. The Party, that's the color. And I'm going to use an e.l.f. stipple brush for this. This is one of the ones that I use. Again, it's a travel size. I like using these. Same thing here. Pat. I forgot that I was going to use this blush here, but let's use a little bit of it. Same thing. We're going to use the little blush here that it doesn't have a shimmer, it's a matte, over that clay because I already put some on. Now this does have a lot of kickback. You see that? That's a lot of kickback. Don't get too happy with the color. It's not a very vibrant color. Oh, it looks really nice, but it does pick up a lot of product. So if you are a fair skin person, be careful. So we did end up using the blush after all. Now we're gonna go into the Mickey Mouse palette, because the Minnie Mouse palette doesn't have a highlighter, but the Mickey Mouse palette does. And that's where I went wrong. I was thinking I don't need a highlighter, I need a blush, thinking that I was using the Mickey Mouse palette, but I was using the Minnie Mouse palette. But from the Mickey Mouse palette, we are going to use the highlighter, and it's called Beyond Classic. Now the highlighter feels very creamy. I mean, it is a powder, but it feels very creamy, so no kickback whatsoever. And I am using a Laura Geller brush for this highlighter. Oh. We're going to use another Dose of Colors product, and it has been my go-to right now, which is this Dose of Colors lip gloss. It's called Seriously. These things are amazing. I am in love with those Dose of Colors products. Now, I can tell you how I feel about these. First off, this thing blended well over. I'm not sure, of course, you know, it may have to do with the primer that you apply. I use the Smashbox. I love it. But blended well, applied well, no fallout, no fallout. Like, I didn't have to do any correcting or anything like that, which was great. They did have some kickback on the pan, but again, some mattes do, even in the one of the satins here did, but it still came on great on the eyes, which is what matters, right? So I'm excited for this one. I'm very excited to use it and continue using it, and I will do another video with a look with this one. I'm liking this. I hope you are too, and if you do have this palette, let me know how you like it. Have you done any different looks with it? I know there's plenty that you can do with 6 colors. You can get creative with those colors, but this is what I got, and I am very, very, very happy with it. I am very happy with the palette, and I will continue to use it. That was a thumbs up for it. And then the highlighter from the Mickey Mouse palette. Oh, wow. I mean, Dose of Colors did a great job with these two. Packaging is cute, great, and very, very travel friendly because of the size. I mean, it's not that big. With the Minnie, you have a blush. With the Mickey, you have a highlighter. You could actually travel with these two in your set. At least that's what I believe. But yeah, let me know what you think. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed it. Bye!